Hello, everyone. We'll just wait for a couple more minutes. Great. So as we're waiting, hello once again. If all of you could get active on chat and type down the countries that you're from, it'll you know be great to know from which geographies we have participants from. So if you could start typing on the chat, the countries from where you're coming in and where you're joining the session. Okay. And with that, if you also could add in 2 lines of what you're doing currently, what your experience has been, a simple 2-liner, a brief introduction, that will also be great to set the context. So we have Ajitlin. Hi, Ajitlin from Singapore. Hi, Kalipara. Yeah. We'll wait for 1 more minute before we start. Okay, we'll get started then. Great, we have Vishwesh. Okay, so welcome everyone for the pre-program information webinar for the Chief Technology Officer from NUS School of Computing. We will be going ahead with the agenda of the webinar, followed by which our speaker, Mr. Teo Chin Seng, will be taking over. So this is the primary structure of the webinar. So we'll be introducing the speaker, followed by the speaker taking over and helping us understand the NUS School of Computing advantage, the market demand of what a strategic and a technology leader needs to have in the current market requirements, and the program details in depth, as well as the program info and who is it for, followed by the key takeaways on what program outcomes is what you're looking at, and the in-depth curriculum as well. And some of the highlights which will be very important for you to get an overview on what are the key important factors when it comes to enrolling for the program. And of course, one of the most important parts being the certification, right? So about the NUS School of Computing certification, the market edge that you will be getting based on that. And finally, we'll be understanding what Emeritus is and how we are involved with the entire program structure. And at last, which is the most crucial part, which is the Q&A, where you can let us know your questions on the program, and then we'll be taking that up one by one. So uh, Mr. Teo Chin Seng again is an experienced tech leader with over 33 years of experience, as you can see. So he was working with DP World as a VP of Global IT. So he will be also joining you as part of the program as well, taking you on sessions and also guiding you through this webinar as well. So hi, Mr. Teo Chin.
Thank you,
Over to you.
Suresh.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. This program is conducted by the Advanced Computing for Executive part of NUS School of Computing. So it means that we are pragmatic and we are equipping mature mature professionals in the industry. I work in the global company for many years, and it's my privilege that I have observed many gaps within the technology field, both for the technology-centric people as well as the non-technology-centric, like the CFO, COO, and even working folks like you who are listening into this webinar. Everyone has this issue of how do I make use of technology to contribute to the organization I'm working in. And as a result, I will get promoted. As a result, I will be elevated to the C level. So what does it take? And this course will bring you through that journey from the organization point of view, leadership point of view, right? So first of all, let us start from the basic of the credibility as well as the foundation of where we are today. As you know, NUS is rated #1 in the area of computer science, both in the QS ranking as well as the World University ranking. But more importantly, the recognition also symbolizes a very important extension of NUS in that we are in the forefront of educating and equipping our people, our students, our alumni on the skill that makes them successful to be where they are, right? So we are in a good start position because the lecturers that is going to cover you through the course is from the Faculty of Computer Science in NUS, as well as people who are very experienced practitioners like me teaching you from the pragmatic part of computer science, right? Remember, we are not going deep because this is not an undergrad, nor is it a postgrad course. It is an enabling course. It's to certify you that you are ready for the tough work to be a CTO, right? And the other point that I want to make is that because we are industry practitioner, we are giving you real life example rather than textbook theoretical example. And this is very important because it will help you in your journey to be more real and more credible. The demand for CTO technology, other than word CTO, is very, very high now. As you have read in every social media or newspaper or magazine or industry write-up, it is the #1 headache of companies today because if they do not digitize, they will lose their competitive advantage. They may be obsolete. So a very good example, locally, we have a taxi or cab company, right? Their fleet has shrunk to half. Why? It's because of technology where it gives rise to companies like Uber or Grab in Singapore, right? Who's taking their lunch. So what can you do? What should you do to address this? The proliferation of technology, especially AI, is going to change the whole landscape of business, teaching, lifestyle, healthcare. And if you're not in that field, you yourself as a worker, as a professional, whether you're in a tech field or whether you're in an operation field, you will be obsolete, right? So this course is to enable you to be a leader in technology, and hence why it's called CTO, purely because that is the aspiration that we have for you, right? You are able to rise up to the occasion and to lead the company in a technology field. So the details of the program, it is going to be a very demanding program, right? So it's not trivial because NUS don't believe anything less than excellent. So it was going to be 9 months of hard work, right? But this hard work is going to be helping you in your job because as you work in a day job, you will find issues or you can see behaviors within your company at the C-level decision that they are making, or you read in the news what is going on. What are they doing? For example, can ChatGPT take away my job? So this will be very, very integrated into your lifestyle, your work lifestyle, and hence why we want you to have 10 years of work experience and if possible, 5 or more years of managerial experience, because we want you to carry with you the baggage of your problem. It is because of your baggage of problems that are we able to teach you how to use technology to change that problem and elevate it into a higher level, right? It's going to be intensive, and I will encourage you to go for it and bite your teeth. And many have succeeded, and they have gained lots from this course, right? The program fee is about 13,500 US dollars. So who is this program for? More importantly, it is not only for technology or computer science grad or any of the technical grads that you have in the university. It is for real operating people. So whether you are in marketing, sales, operation, your degree will give you the discipline to be methodical and to be system oriented, right? In terms of understanding what we are teaching you, because this technology transformation is about the ability to translate technology into real life application to deliver value. So your 10 years of experience will help you to understand what we are teaching you, and as a result, you'll be able to apply. So we will be covering issues like how do we efficiently engage people, drive them? How do we acquire the skill to align business goals, communicate technology strategy? How do we emerge as a transformative technology leader? Remember, technology is changing as we speak, right? So you cannot be an expert on the old. You have to be expert on the changing new, right? And as a result, people will trust you as a leader and as an advisor and as a consultant to improve business and to deliver value to the organization you're working with. So the key takeaway will be the following, about 4 of them. There will be one whole pillars of knowledge that we will give you on agile and effective technology strategy. It's not so simple as to know what is ChatGPT, but how do we set up a system, motivate people, implement, change business processes? How do you be agile? How can you be effective in strategizing and planning? We will try to equip you with leadership skill, not from a leader who is technology deep, but a leader who is technology savvy, meaning that we bring technologies together to convert it to business outcome. We will teach you about organization framework and systems. Why this is important is because you are not working alone. You have a company of people that you have to change, and you have a team of people who will help you to change. So this whole game of transformation is about people, is about change, and is about moving from A stage, which is legacy, to B stage, which is the future. And lastly, we have to tell you that you have to learn the technology dilemma of forecasting what is coming ahead. This can only come about not because of astrology, but it come about when you begin to understand the basic foundations of the key technology. Remember, we are not going technically deep. We are going for overall information, so that if you pick up a news or if you pick up a journal, you'll be able to understand what he is talking about. As a result, you can forecast and translate what you have read or listened to the future. The curriculum centers around 4 main pillars. So I start with the simplest of all the pillars, and will, as a result, the most difficult as well, is to understand about planning strategy, framework, governance structure. Why is this so? Because a technologist or a technology-centric person will know how to operate the machine, but when it comes to a system, they are weak. So we are teaching you about system managing technology, right? So it is very intensive 9-module course on this pillar, and you will gain a lot, because what you think you know, you actually do not know, and we will give you the data, information, and education to run you through. After you know how do you plan and form strategy, we will bring you into the organization structure about how technology can be structured, how organization can be structured, and strategically, how do we bring them together into a technical way of delivering, right? For example, if your organization has 1,000 or 10,000 people, how do these 10,000 people use an application to streamline your production? So this required both a technical architecture, which may not be done by the CTO, but done by a technical team under you. But you have to know the components of that architecture. How do you now invest in cloud instead of buying very expensive equipment within your organization? So we will teach you about organization, process, discipline, and method. Knowing this, we will also dwell on the third pillar, which is technology. Yes, we will cover all the key technologies that you read about, right? So this will be done by very experienced lecturer, one of our best in our faculty, to teach you from trend to analytics to AI. Why do you need to know this? Because like you, like me, we are not math expert, right? So AI tools can be used, and that will cover the need to know math in depth and be able to use the tools to do forecasting, for example. So having these three foundations, we have to go into you as a person, you as a leader, and you as a C-level person, or to be a C-level person about leadership. So the leadership of the O is about managing people. Leadership of a digitally enhanced corporation of the future is about able to use technology, in this case AI and data, to drive the organization not only to be efficient, but to drive it to create new products, new services. And at the same time, how do we use technology to create sustainability and good ethics? You know that AI has lots of negative news, right, about us misusing it. So what does misuse mean? What can we do to make it credible and trustable? All in all, for us to bring things together, we have set a very good capstone project moderation part in the whole course. This is not to give you a project to do, but it is a means for us to gather you on all your learning and with your colleagues. Each class is about 30 people. For the 30 people to come in together to collaborate and integrate. This is a very important part because in real life, the CTO or the Chief Technology Officer is not alone. He has to collaborate with people of different knowledge, different discipline. So this course is not only linked to people like CIO, which is technology centric, but we are also encouraging people who are non-technology centric to come in. So within the last 4 batches that we have of students, we realized that these are the rich experience that they cross-pollinate for them to do the capstone project. The capstone project will be done on an individual basis, but with the collective wisdom of that cohort. So the program highlights are the following, right? Other than it's done by a credible university, we have a very good system as we teach system in this course to help you to learn and to engage you and make sure that you are learning at the pace you are. You are mature students, you have a job to run, to work with. So all our programs are pre-recorded. It means that you can engage us at the convenience of your time and repeat that lecture if you need to, right? If you miss out because of urgency and of your job or lifestyle. The certification that we are giving you is from NUS, so it's a credible institution. And to make sure that this 9 months journey, you are successful, we have a system of having a coach within your course. This success coach is engaging and will bring you together like once a week, right? All the students, and we will go through your issues, your question, and we'll clarify your question or bring the relevant faculty members to help you to understand things that you don't understand. So all in all, we are not only teaching, we are equipping, but we are also enabling you to be successful as a student, as a practitioner, as a technology-enabled executive. So this is how the certificate will look like, and it's going to be like digitally verified, so you can use it in many places over the world. And with that, I pass the baton back to Suresh.
Thank you, Mr. Teo Chin, for a great overview of the program. So Emeritus, again, is one of the leading organizations in the globe where we collaborate with the top universities in the world to deliver programs through a global audience, right? So we have collaborated in NUS School of Computing for a couple of years now, and this program is delivered collaboratively through us. So the program curriculum, the university and the faculty are taken care by NUS, whereas we take care of the platform as well as the support. So we've had over 250,000 learners across the globe, and it's increasing by the day. So that's how we've been working with NUS. And we'll move over to the Q&A so that your Q&A tab should be active now, and we'll be taking in questions. Yes, Kalipala, you can ask your questions in the Q&A tab. Okay, so June has asked a question on regarding course material to be downloaded. So you can download transcripts and summaries, which will be available at the end of each week, which you can download offline as well. So those are detailed documents which you can use to revise and read back at any point in your future. So you can download, but there is no mandatory course material that you have to download, which is provided outside. Everything that you need to continue through the program is offered in the platform. Um, then we have Nelson. MNC companies in Singapore will appreciate the certificate for good opportunities. Definitely. So that is where the credibility and the system of the program comes in. So you're not only equipped with one of the leading universities in the world certifying you, but also in terms of the network that you'll be building throughout. And it's a certification which will be accepted globally. And that is why we have participants from across the globe.
I will answer the question from Xiao Wei.
Okay,
What
great.
kind of quality and skill set do you think a CTO needs? Many people will think that they need technology skills, right? But having practiced in this industry for so long, 70% of the skill set you need is actually organization skill and communication skill, which we will teach you. So it's easy to say I know how to use AI, but it's very difficult to tell to the man on the ground or to the CEO why you need to use AI, what is the value. So we are teaching you about value creation and presentation. So the skill set is actually communication, thinking strategically, thinking in a way that people can understand you, not as a technologist, but as a business person. So these skill sets are normally lacking in most people. And even the COO, right? He may know operation, but he may not know how to translate the technology value into operation, even though he does understand operation. So the skill set is actually translation skill. So communication and translation is something that is lacking now, and we are teaching it. So what is the difference between the CTO and CIO? It's a good question, and you have to attend the course because we answer that, all right? A CTO is not a CIO plus plus. The rationale is this. The CIO is normally concentrating on delivering projects. But a CTO, as we define it, is delivering transformation of an organization through technology. Technology doesn't mean it's IT. Technology could be a robot. Technology also could be a drone. Technology could be a software that helps you to navigate like Google Map, right? That is used in the Uber software. The next one you answered, Suresh.
Any other questions?
The scholarship. Oh,
Yes,
you're
yes,
typing.
yes. Then we have, how about
Like,
chief data? Okay, yes, you can go ahead.
actually, a lot of people did not understand that AI is actually data science supported. Without data science, there will be no AI, right? But nobody tells you about it because everyone is telling you about the elephant one at a time, one part at a time. So the chief data analytics officer is of the older years, right? Where we are doing with data science, we are doing with analytics. But after that, we have moved forward to use big data. And now we are using foundation model to build our generative AI, right? So they are actually a subset of the CDAIO, right? So the other one that you will see very often is the chief data scientist job, right? Did they disappear? No. They just get consumed into a greater role. And what is the greater role? Transformation of the organization using data, using intelligence like AI. So I'm waiting for the question, but before any more question, allow me to share with the audience. Each of you are doing a job, and the newspaper and the news are telling us that we are obsolete unless we upskill. Upskilling always comes with a cost to train a skill. But in today's environment, a skill doesn't help you if you do not know how to apply it in a very general sense. In our course, we call it system thinking. We are talking about architecture. This is how it's done, right? If now I'm working in the IT department in a cab company and the taxi company in Singapore, and if I only know how to do IT, I will go to the SAP software to see whether they have a function to help me to automate booking. It may be a CRM software. Well, this is a CIO. But if you see the issue in a different perspective, you have to look at the question of how a customer can get a cab ride, right? So they have to call a call center, and the call center, they have to wait for the call agent, and you will answer your call and give you a cab. Whereas if you transform it using data analytics, you are using data science because you are a very important customer, he prioritizes your request through your app. So there's no call center to call, but the app for you to interact. That is data science, that is data optimization, right? Now, when the cab is coming to you, you can see on your map how far it is from you. This is not a cab, it could be a driver. So this is a very simple example of how it is different from having a tool to having the knowledge of integrating a value, right? And as we speak, as I told you, that taxi or that cab company is facing a tremendous competitive issue of existence. So over to you, Suresh.
Yep. Any more questions? Does anyone have any more questions? We're still waiting for more questions. There was a question on installment payment plans, so we've answered that. You can pay the installment in 4 different installments. So that's for everyone. Yep.
The student outcome, I think, Suresh, you can answer.
Yes, yes. Okay. Which way how should be the path to promote? Okay. One of CTO.
That one I can
Okay.
answer. So
Yep.
what should be the path to promote to the role of CTO? This question is like the question, how do I get promoted to be the CEO, right? in a company, whether we are in any industry, the C level is not one who is the most competent in terms of their job. You will find that the C level are the one who is, number one, a people person. He knows how to interact, communicate with people. The C level is also someone you look up. So you do not look up a person because he is a technology freak, right? You look up to the person because he can help you, he can guide you, he can lead you. So it's about leadership. You also want to cover that this person has foresight and insight. Insight meaning he knows the company well. Foresight meaning that he knows what to do better than the competition, so that that person who is working for him feel that he is belonging to a worthwhile company. Am I right? So what we are saying here is that not everybody, including me or you, will be cut out to be a CEO or CTO. But definitely, if we don't try, we never reach there, right? So our cause is to ask you to try and persevere, right? But not everyone will reach that level, as you know. But nevertheless, you must at least know why you failed or what is in your deficit. So going through education like this will give you the beacons and the pillars to move your career. No hard and soft answers for this question. Is there a CEO program? No. A CEO is even more challenging, right? Because it's about managing industry, like logistics or manufacturing or high tech. We don't have, perhaps the School of Business will tell you that, you know, they have some kind of leadership in business administration. But do not be fooled to say that somebody is teaching you to be CEO. No. The CEO has to be selected and and hired and filtered, right? Because he's accepted by the Lord. He has leadership qualities, he has vision, he has management experience, and so on and so forth. And different industry requires certain criteria. If I'm in a pharmacology industry, right, my PhD in drugs and pharmacy is very important. So the CEO most probably needs to be professionally qualified as well. So no answer to that, but strive, right? Strive with all your might to reach there.
Great, thank you. The company, what kind of quality and
I will answer the question from Richard.
okay.
Okay.
Sure.
The go-to-market and the enterprise architecture, right? Many a times, if we buy a technology if you're non-tech, right? If you buy a technology, you look for review, right? You begin to search for all the reviews that you can find, right, to buy the technology, be it the iPhone or laptop, or even the television that you have. Unknowingly to you, you are influenced by this media, whether it's social media, influencer, and things like that. So in the transformation of a company, remember we emphasize on delivering value. You have to sell that value. So when you do a project, it's not to say that you are successful to go live. You're not gauged by that. You are going to be gauged by what is the value you have now created when you went live. So this is the go-to-market strategy, right? You cannot wait until you go live to sell the function. It is a process, and this process is called go-to-market. So go-to-market meaning that you are now designing a product. You are now implementing or bringing the product through the production line, in this case, implementation. And after implementation, how are you going to communicate to the audience, to your stakeholders about this value? And do they see the value? Do they understand the value? Okay. And the second, enterprise architecture is what I will call it professional discipline. If you do not have a technical control over your software, your data, your application, then you might have a virus attack, you might have a data leak, you might have another company impersonating you to use your system, to use your data. Okay, so enterprise architecture is discipline technical modeling for you to manage your enterprise well. I hope that answers your question. It is a 2-hour lecture in our modules that we have. So for a tech company, what kind of quality and skill set do you think a CEO needs to have? That one I won't answer because this is not a CEO course, but let me tell you what a CTO will be expected to do. A CTO should not be the guy I go to just to know how to use my iPhone, right? A CTO is someone that the CEO will come and says that I have a problem. My cab company fleet is reducing. What can you suggest that we do using technology? So the CTO cannot tell him that, oh, I know, we can do a Uber app. No, his story will have to start from the strategic point of view to say that, this is the reason why, because another company, Uber, is doing this thing to us. This is what we have now. And for us to reach to where Uber is, this is what we should do. Okay, so if you cannot speak that language and says that, trust me, I'll do it for you, then you have failed as a CTO, but you have succeeded as a director of technology, right? Okay, so this is a difference. It's a business-oriented technology person, the CTO. He is not one who is a technology guru or expert. He's a technology optimizer and he exploits technology for the organization.
Okay, thank you. Another minute, we can wait for any more questions and then can wrap up. Okay, we don't have any more questions. Great. So we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much, Mr. Teo Chin, for joining us and helping everyone with your knowledge and experience. I believe it was very insightful for me as well as the participants. Thank you, everyone, for joining in and taking out your time. Okay. We have a question on the subsidy. Minyun, we don't offer any subsidies. There is no skills future or any government subsidies involved, right? As this is a program welcoming participants from across the globe. So it is a non-subsidized program. Okay. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining. We look forward to your engagement. And for further steps, I believe my colleague would be sharing the screen, which you can take a snapshot of so that you can reach out to us on the email address, WhatsApp, or in
Okay,
the
let
phone
me
number
share
as
the
well.
screen because
Yeah,
it's not, let me share the
sure.
screen. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Teo Chin. You can take a screenshot and then reach out in the respective numbers and email address for further admission and application criteria. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again, Mr. Teo Chin.
Thank you, everyone. And I wish everyone a good learning journey and best to your career. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.